All right, let's talk about something that's probably keeping you up at night. If you're running a law firm, you know that growth is everything. But what if the playbook you've been using, all that digital marketing, SEO, those online ads, what if it's actually a trap? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the quiet crisis happening in law firm marketing and show you a much smarter, more controllable way to grow.
So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at the big problem, what we're calling the algorithmic squeeze. Then, we're going to shift gears and talk about the solution, your referral growth engine. We'll get into the 3 absolute keys to making that engine run, tackle the super important ethical rules, and then wrap it all up with a sustainable growth playbook you can actually use. Okay, let's start with the challenge. The algorithmic squeeze. We call it that because, honestly, that's exactly what it feels like. It's this expensive, frustrating, and, for most firms, a losing battle just to get seen online. So let me just ask you this straight up. Does it feel like you're just shoveling money into a furnace? Google ads, Facebook, and getting less and less back? If you're nodding right now, trust me, you are not alone. This isn't just you. It's a huge systemic problem. And to really get a sense of the scale here, look at this number, $2.5 billion. That's what the U.S. legal industry spends on ads every single year. That is the ocean of noise you're trying to scream over every single day just to get a client's attention.
And here's the real kicker. Even with all that money flying around, a staggering 82% of law firms who are paying for search ads say the results are underwhelming. It's just not working. So think about that. The vast majority of firms are playing a game they know they're not winning. The whole model is broken.
And this is exactly why the money isn't working like it used to. The online world is just full. Google's map pack? There are only 3 spots. 3! And now with AI search rolling out, it's getting even tougher. We're going from 10 blue links on a page to maybe just one single answer. It's a winner-take-all world, and everyone else is getting left behind.
So if you can't win the pay-to-play algorithm war, what do? Well, you change the game. You pivot to the one growth channel you have complete and total control over, your referral engine. This is about waking up your most powerful, most underused asset, your own happy clients.
And the math behind this is, well, it's just beautiful. It's so simple. If you could build a system where every single client you help brings you just one new referral, that's 100% growth, year after year. No more bidding wars, no more checking your Google ranking every 5 minutes. It's just pure, powerful growth built on a foundation of trust.
And if you're a numbers person, just look at this. The data is overwhelming. Referred clients are basically gold. They are 4 times more likely to sign with you. Their lifetime value is up to 25% higher. They stick around longer. Oh, and yeah, they cost you up to 35% less to acquire. I mean, come on. On every single metric that matters to your business, referrals are just better.
Okay, so you're probably thinking, great, I love referrals, who doesn't? But how do I get more of them? That's what this next part is all about. We're going to cover the 3 keys to waking up what is probably a totally dormant referral network in your firm right now.
It really comes down to these 3 things. Seriously, that's it. Number 1, you have to absolutely delight the client. Number 2, you have to make it ridiculously, almost stupidly easy for them to refer you. And number 3, you have to offer the right kind of reward, one that motivates them without getting you in trouble. Now, this right here, this chart shows the giant, flashing opportunity for your firm. Get this. 83% of your happy clients say they are willing to refer you, but only 29% ever actually do. Do you see that huge gap in the middle? That is your growth engine just sitting there, waiting for you to turn the key. So how do we close that gap? First, delight is not just about winning the case. It's about amazing communication. It's about answering the phone. Next, you have to get rid of every possible bit of friction. Use software to give them a one-click link they can share. And finally, you have to nail the timing. The best time to ask is right at that moment of peak happiness. The case closes, the deal is done. That's the magic moment.
But even if you do all that right, there's one last psychological piece of the puzzle. It turns out about 70% of people say they probably wouldn't bother making a referral if there wasn't some kind of personal reward or incentive in it for them. That little thank you isn't just a nice to have. For most people, it's a must-have.
And of course, the minute we say reward, every lawyer in the room gets a little nervous, right? It's the elephant in the room, ethics. You can't pay for cases. So how in the world do you reward someone for a referral without risking your license? Let's break down the critical difference between a forbidden bounty and a totally permissible gift. So let's just put the main rule on the table.
It's ABA Model Rule 7.2b, and it's crystal clear. You cannot give or even promise anything of value to someone for recommending you. Period. That is the big, bright red line you cannot cross.
But here's the game changer. There's a really important exception to that rule. It says you can give nominal gifts as an expression of appreciation. The key here is the intent. The gift can't be compensation for the referral. It has to be a simple thank you after it already happened. That distinction is everything.
Let's make this super clear. On the left, you have what's prohibited. Advertising, refer a friend, get $100. That's a promise. It's a quid pro quo. That's a huge no-no. On the right is what's okay. A client refers someone, they sign with you, and then, after the fact, you send an unexpected $50 gift card with a handwritten thank you note. See the difference? It's not a payment, it's a surprise token of gratitude.
All right, let's bring it all home. Our final section is about your new playbook. This is about more than just a marketing tactic. It's a fundamental shift in how you think about growth. It's about taking back control.
So if you remember one thing, make it this. Stop renting attention from Google's crazy, unpredictable algorithms and start owning your own growth engine, one powered by your best clients. This referral strategy is sustainable, it's controllable, and as we've seen, it's ethically sound when you do it right. And best of all, it's built on trust, which is and always will be your most powerful asset.
So I'll just leave you with this one final question to think about. When you look ahead at the next 5 years for your firm, is your future going to be built on the shifting sands of algorithms that you can't control, or is it going to be built on the solid rock of the relationships that you can? The choice, really, is yours.